In this session, we are going to see the working of single phase half wave controlled rectifier with RLE load. Okay, so here as usual, using transformer, okay, we are giving the AC voltage to the thyristor, that is rectifier. Okay, this AC voltage is converted into DC. So during positive off cycle, the thyristor will be forward biased. When we give the gate signal, it will be conducting and the output voltage will be appeared across the load. Okay, this is the general working we know. So here we have used now the RLE load. Okay, then what is the operation we can see. So this is the input voltage waveform, that is the sinusoidal waveform. Here we can find the firing angle, that is theta 1 and theta 2. Okay, because the firing should be in between these two angles, theta 1. So the alpha should be greater than this theta 1 and less than this theta 2. So we must find this theta 1 and theta 2. Here the load is RLE. This E may be battery, otherwise the motor load. So how can we calculate this E value, sorry, firing angle theta 1 and theta 2 value. Okay, so Vm sin omega t is equal to E. From this, if you put theta 1, Vm sin theta 1 is equal to E. From this, sin theta 1 is equal to E by Vm. From this, theta 1 is equal to sin inverse of V by M. Okay, E by Vm. This is the minimum value of firing angle. Maximum value of the firing angle is theta 2 is equal to pi minus theta 1. So by using this formula, we can find the value of theta 1 and theta 2. So by using the formula, we have calculated the value of theta 1 and theta 2. Now we can see the explanation. So during the positive off cycle, okay, during the positive off cycle, the thyristor will be forward biased. Okay, but thyristor will not conduct until the gate signal is applied. So there will be the output voltage will be only E, that is battery voltage. Okay, here since we use the battery as a load, okay, RLE load, here we will get the voltage. In other loads like R load and L load, we will not get this value, this this voltage value. But here, since we use this battery, we will have this voltage value. Even though the thyristor is not conducting, we will get this amount of voltage at the output. So now we can we can give the gate pulse to the thyristor at angle alpha. Okay, this is the angle alpha. That is, this angle should be greater than this theta 1 and less than this theta 2. Okay, so this is the minimum angle and this is the maximum angle we have to trigger. So now we have, so this alpha is greater than this theta 1. Now we have given the gate pulse. So the thyristor will start its conduction and the output voltage will be this one, which follows the input voltage. Then after this, when it reaches 0, the output current is not 0. As I told already in the previous video, this is because of this inductance effect. Okay, due to the gradual charging and discharging effect of inductance. So this reversal of voltage is also due to the inductance effect. So at beta only the output voltage becomes 0 and the output current is 0 at point beta. Okay, the same process this will be happening for the next cycle. So for the negative off cycle, there is no conduction of the thyristor, so there will be only the battery voltage, that is E voltage. Then after that, we will give this gate pulse at angle 2 pi plus alpha. So at that angle, again the thyristor will start its conduction. Then the output voltage will be like this. This is due to the inductance effect. Okay, so it will come like this, 3 pi plus beta, like this. So this is the operation of the single phase half wave controlled rectifier with RLE load. Next to the derivation, that is our average output voltage VDC is equal to 1 by 2 pi. So here the voltage is that is from alpha to beta. Okay, from alpha to beta the thyristor will be conducting. Okay, alpha to beta, thyristor will be conducting, the output voltage will be same as the input voltage. Okay, so this output voltage, so from alpha to beta, output voltage is input, that is Vs. Okay, Vs is the supply voltage, Vs d omega t, plus then beta to 2 pi plus alpha, beta to 2 pi plus alpha, there is no conduction of thyristor, so only the EMF value, that is battery voltage will be there. So that's why we have written here E, beta to 2 pi plus alpha, the output voltage is E. So next step, VDC is equal to 1 by 2 pi alpha to beta. So what is the input voltage? That is Vs is equal to Vm sin omega t into d omega t plus beta to 2 pi plus alpha, E battery voltage E d omega t, then 1 by 2 pi Vm. If you integrate this sin omega t, you will get this minus cos omega t. Limit is alpha to beta plus E is constant, so E into, if you integrate this d omega t, you will get omega t, then limit is beta to 2 pi plus alpha. Now apply the limits. So 1 by 2 pi in Vm into minus cos upper limit minus lower limit. So minus cos beta minus of minus cos alpha, so plus cos alpha, plus E into upper limit is 2 pi plus alpha minus lower limit beta. So 1 by 2 pi into Vm into cos, this is a positive symbol, we can write it first, so cos alpha minus cos beta plus E into 2 pi plus alpha minus beta. And this is the average load current. VDC is equal to, since we use the battery as the load, we can write this equation like this. So VDC is equal to E plus IDC R. So from this IDC R is equal to VDC minus E. From this we need DC current, so IDC is equal to VDC minus E divided by R. This is the average value of load current. So that's all about the single phase half wave controlled rectifier with RLE load. Thank you.